Hey guys, Spartan here. Just gonna do a quick Slay the Spire thing because, honestly, I don't know why. I just really don't feel like recording Shadow of War right now. And, you know what? I decided to give this thing out a go for a video. Don't know if I'll do any more of it after this video, but yeah, I played a few runs, mostly with the Ironclad. I played one with the Silent, and didn't really like them. I've done like maybe 5 Ironclad runs, 1 Silent run. I won my first run and haven't won since then. Maybe that's a thing about something, I don't know. It was a very good run. So yep, you start the game and this giant whale thing appears and says something. And if it's not your first run, you get a choice of stuff. You could like either upgrade a card for free, obtain a random common relic, use 50% of your current HP to get max HP plus 16, which is actually pretty good, or lose your starting relic to obtain a random boss relic. This relic that we have at the start is just the fucking best thing ever. So you don't want to get rid of it. Ever. Well, for the Ironclad at least. So I'm just going to obtain a random common relic, hopefully it's something good, and wow, that is actually really good. Bronze Scales, whenever you take damage, deal 3 damage back. That is one of the items I had when I had my best run. So as you can see here, there's a legend. We have to start on one of these rooms. I want to fight as many elites as possible, because elites drop relics. And we need as many of these as possible. So we have 3 thorns. This is active forever. And basically, the thing about this game is you need to kind of preserve your health mostly, because, you know, not all enemies are all smiles and ice cream. For example, I'm going to block 3 times here instead of actually dealing an attack because I'll deal 3 damage. These guys, at the start of the game, the slavers are very damage-centric. You'll notice I most likely will not be leaving most combats. Yes, most likely be leaving most combats with no damage taken. Granted, I will be healing 6 after every fight, so I can like kind of play around that, but it's not the best. So, you can see what they're going to do by this thing above their head. This one has green swirlies around it, which means they're going to use a debuff. And it's just a knife showing 7 damage, so it's going to try and deal 7 damage. So, just keep blocking, I guess. This is a really good relic to get right off the start. It's damage, and I'm going to apply Vulnerable, of course, which increases damage taken by 50%. Gold, potion, and we get cards to add to our deck. Let's see. Headbutt is pretty good. It allows you to kind of organize what you're going to get next. Power Through is okay in a pinch. It does give you 15 block for 1, which is amazing, but wounds are generally something you don't want because they're unplayable and they kind of stick around in your deck, and you draw them and you're like, oh my god, I wish I had any other card but a wound that can't be played. Metallicize is you gain 3 block at the end of each of your turns, which is actually incredible. Block is lost upon, you know, the start of your next turn, but it is very useful. Let's start with a bash, a strike, deal a bit of extra damage. This guy, you just want to rush him down as fast as possible because he gets this buff, Ritual. At the end of its turn, gains 3 strength, and this ritual buff does not go away. It is truly fearsome. I'm just going to, I want to bum rush this guy. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to heal 6 after this fight anyway. I didn't take much damage from the last fight. Metallicize is not very useful right here. And smack you. My powers were matched. Take that, loser. Burning Pact is okay for removing wounds and drawing cards. Rage is not that good because it only lasts for 1 turn, and it already costs 1, so you only have like 2 energy left to do stuff. Perfected Strike is actually really good early game. I'm going to keep that for now. Don't have enough money to buy anything with the shop. Because we start with 5 strikes in our deck, which means that Perfected Strike already does like plus a decent amount. So I'm going to Metallicize right off the bat. Of course, since it's a power, you want to get it like as soon as possible. So I'll have 8 block this turn instead of 5. Like a single defend is enough to protect me fully. As you can see, a Perfected Strike for 2 gives you 18 damage because I have so many strikes. It's incredible. And he took 3 damage from the riposte thing. And we can just bash him 1. Alright. So, Thunderclap is okay. It's not particularly good. Flex is decent, but it requires you to have a bunch of card draw. Because it costs 0 and gives you a immediate buff that lasts for the rest of the turn. I'm going to take Inflame because it's a permanent buff once you play it. And it's another one of these damn slavers. I hate these dudes. They deal like a huge amount of damage. You know, for being this early on in the game. I'm going to buff up my strength. So that is a permanent strength increase. It's going to increase all damage I deal by 2. Which is good when you're using a bunch of weak things. And powerful negative effect. I believe this is the one where he makes it you can't attack. Yeah. I cannot attack this turn. It's very shitty. I'm tangled. I can't play attacks. 2 defends and metallicizes. Buff will make me invincible. So this item, of course, allows me to create a playstyle where I don't actually need to attack. I can just let the enemies break themselves upon my body. So this game is kind of like Binding of Isaac in that respect. Perfected Strike does stack with Perfected Strike, giving you another extra 2 damage. I don't want Shrug It Off though, because it's just generally good block. I mean, Uppercut is okay, but its effect doesn't last very long. It's not that good unless you upgrade it. So let's just take, you know what, let's go Perfected Strike. And Merchant. Let's see, you have anything good? I can buy a Metallicize for cheap. You know what, screw it, I'll get another Metallicize. I don't need any potions because I rarely use potions. It's my downfall. Bandage up, heal 4 HP, exhaust. Exhaust means that card is gone from your deck for the rest of the fight. It returns next fight. So, I could Campfire and then fight an elite, or I could just fight an elite and get a random. I'd rather Campfire. You can either rest to restore HP, or you can upgrade a card in your deck. So I could upgrade Inflame to give me extra strength. But I'm going to upgrade a Metallicize to give me an extra 1 block per turn. May not sound like much, but if I can upgrade both Metallicizes, I can change 6 to 8. So this is the... How do I pronounce this again? Lagavulin. This has Metallicize for 8 until it wakes up. So you have, like, 2 turns to get ready for the fight before it actually starts. Because, of course, his Metallicize wears off. Oh, by the way, you can strike him and it doesn't wake him up unless it actually does any damage to him. And he's going to wake up next turn, so we need to start attacking now. And the music starts up. Something happening outside? Probably. Okay, so he's stunned. He doesn't get an action this turn, but he's finally woken up. And with this, you can tell why I kind of didn't want to start the fight yet. Because he hits like a freaking truck. He is an elite, of course, so it makes sense. 2 blocks means I only take 1 damage. Strike for 8. He'll take 3 from the scales. There's a particular card I want to get called Flame Barrier, which is, it's a block skill that grants 12 block, and it grants you a kind of bronze scales, except it does 4 damage instead of 3. And they stack. It is incredible, and you are toast. There we go. Mango, raise your max HP by 14. Not bad. And Whirlwind is actually a really good move. 5 damage to all enemies X times, where X is equal to the power you used, of course. Another merchant. Can't sell junk, sadly. Apotheosis is kind of like a super powerful thing. I don't know if you can see my mouse. I set it to capture mouse cursor, but I don't know if it actually is. Boss chests contain cards. I kind of want Blood Vial. It's 2 HP at the start of every combat. So overall, it will stack up nicely, but... oh, screw it, I'll take it. Not like I need anything else. Heavy Blade is good if you have strength stuff in your deck. I only have one card. I could, like, play the long game, but... Red Skull, when your HP is at or below 50%, you have 3 additional strength. That is also really good in a pinch. You have the giant rats that make all of the rules. Okay. These things have a debuff. It applies vulnerable to you for 2 turns when they die. Can play Whirlwind for 0. Don't know why you'd want to. Finish him. I'm gonna get vulnerable, so I'm gonna take a bit more damage from this guy. Yeah, 3 more damage. Wow. Perfected Strike. Really good early game. So, Pummel is okay. It's good if you have strength buffs, because it is just ridiculous. If you have plus 10 strength, that's like 50 damage. Not 50 damage, 48. I'm gonna take Cleave. It's just a good amount of damage. It's stronger than a basic strike. You can go left and fight another elite. Let's just hope there's no bad things in these question marks. Merchant again? Oh, I want Reaper. It's a really good skill. Instant healing, of course, is something that you probably want. Nah, can't buy anything. In before the event where the thing gives you stuff. Hey, before you lies an elaborate shrine to a forgotten spirit. Let us upgrade a card. Now, I could upgrade Whirlwind. Whirlwind is incredible when upgraded. It increases the strength by 3. We're gonna fight another elite. Actually, you know what? Most likely the next elite is the 3 stupid pillar things, and the 3 stupid pillar things are weak to Whirlwind. Oh, I can just smith and upgrade Metallicize anyway. Yep. Oh, by the way, upgrading Perfected Strike changes the damage plus to 3. So plus 3 for every strike. It's decent. Nothing to write home about. Oh no, it's good old Knobhead. Gremlin Knob. What an unfortunate name. He gains plus 2 strength every time you use a skill. So defend is a skill. These are attacks. Metallicize is a power. He only gets the buff after the first turn, of course. So basically, don't use skills, otherwise you'll most likely die. The thing is, you know what, you have to use skills to kind of prevent the damage he's going to be dealing. So it's kind of like a double-edged sword. You can prevent taking a lot of damage early on, but it's going to hurt you in the long run. So basically I can just decrease the damage I take this turn by 3. Not a very wise decision. He's going to deal 8 damage, I have 8 Metallicize up. It's nothing, I'm on it in a day. And I get Girya. You now gain strength at rest sites, 3 times max. Basically, instead of healing, you can gain strength, or instead of upgrading cards. Offering is a very... It's a weird card. You lose 4 HP and it bypasses your block, so you can't block the damage that you take from it. You gain 2 energy, and you draw 3 cards, and then you lose the card. I mean, it's a very confusing card. Like, sure, it can help you in a dire situation or something like that, but I personally don't really like it. Granted, it costs 0, but it is losing HP, which is kind of something you want to avoid in this game. Thunderclap. You know what, I don't have many other cards I need to upgrade right now, so I'll take it. I'm going to use the thing to lift to gain +1 strength. That is permanent, by the way. So I have permanent +1 damage on all things. Also, the thing I like about this is you can see what boss you're going to fight. This is the fucking Orb of Death. The reason it's called the Orb of Death to me is because it is the biggest pile of arse in the galaxy. Let me just use all my buffs. So, it's not doing anything right here. This fight doesn't even have any music. And then the fight really starts. So it's going to hit me for a ridiculous amount of damage. 8 damage 6 times. If I had disarm, this would be not too much of a problem, but I need to get some damage down. So there goes half my health. I am, however, buffed by Red Skull now. I'm going to apply a vulnerable. Cleave does more damage than strike. And, yeah, Luckily, it's relatively weak now. See, it's only dealing 6 damage. Yeah, 14 damage 3 times. 26 plus 12 is 38. So it's not as much as Whirlwind, really. I count that right? Yeah, I did. Huh. Odd. Oh well. Metallicize will save me. So basically, when those 6 flames relight, it's going to do that devastating attack again, except it's going to be even stronger. So basically, don't let that happen. Luckily, Red Skull is kind of carrying me here with its extra 3 strength. Also, after every major boss, you heal to full anyway. Let's Thunderclap to apply a weak. Leave. Strike. See, I haven't been using these potions, and I don't think I ever will. You know what? Screw it. Let's just use one and end the fight right now. I'm just gonna get more potions, I'm gonna ignore them. So Limit Break, offering Barricade. We have Metallicize, and Barricade synergizes with that incredibly well. So we choose a relic, these are boss relics. Gain energy at the start of each turn, you can no longer gain gold, which means shops are useless. Tiny House, obtain 1 potion, gain 30 gold, raise your max HP by 5, and obtain 1 card. Not really that useful. And Black Star, elites now drop 2 relics when defeated. This is kind of course, the snowball of the game. And the boss is going to be the champ, so I'm going to need strength buffing cards out the arse, because if you do not have those, you know, stuff like Demon Form, you're going to have a bad time against him. Insert Undertale reference here. Thieves, I hate them. I'm pretty sure no one likes thieves. Yep, they deal 10 damage, and every time they attack, they will steal 15 gold from you. Kind of want to end this fight as soon as possible. By some weakness. The thing with thieves is they just generally have high damage. They will... You should just accept the fact that they're going to deal like a crap ton of damage to you. Kill them as fast as possible. There's really no point to blocking. Whirlwind, deal a bunch of damage. Sure. So he's gonna pull up a block here, and I need to kill him this turn, otherwise he leaves with all my gold. Thank God for Whirlwind, and I just drew it back immediately. Ooh, Shrug It Off Plus. That's really good. Searing Blow is okay. You can upgrade it, like, as many times as possible. It gains 4 attack, and then 5 attack, then 6, then 7, repeat, repeat, repeat. Until eventually you can, like, block out the sun with its damage, which doesn't make much sense because it's a Searing Blow. I am going to start with Barricade. It does nothing immediately, but my block no longer goes away. I don't know how I'm going to keep up block with this thing, though. In hindsight, that was probably a poor decision. See, that's 5, and it's nowhere near as much damage as this thing. This thing starts with Barricade as well. God damn it, it applied freaking Frail, so I get 25% less block. Crash. You know what? I have the Thorns, you don't. This thing does have Artifact, though, which negates 3 debuffs. Metallicize, Flame. Defend. I'm taking no damage. Bitch is just gonna keep using the stupid Defend CO, so something. There's an achievement for having 999 block. I just thought I'd let you know that, like, it's stupid. I'm gonna use Thunderclap, maybe I can deplete Artifact. Probably not. The Barricade, of course, does not carry over to the next fight. That is not how it works. Also, sorry if I miss lethal somehow. God damn, I'm taking too much damage. There we go, Whirlwind for the win. Flame Barrier, here we go. We want Flame Barrier. Lots of Flame Barrier. There's a shop here. I still don't have, like, 200 gold, which is a good chunk. 200 is about the amount that you should save up for. Start with a Whirlwind. This guy is a pain in the arse. Suffer. And he hits you with Hex. Which, whenever you play a non-attack card, shuffle 1 Dazed into your draw pile. This is bullshit. So basically, I have to just use attacks now, otherwise I'm going to get Dazed. Which, they don't do that much, they're just like unplayable cards. But it's still annoying. I'm going to use Flame Barrier, that's going to shuffle a Dazed into my deck. Metallicize. Still going to take a bit of damage, but yeah, this guy's strength is just going to keep boosting up. I believe that is because of the ritual that the other guy cast. Which is why you need to kill that son of a bitch immediately. Do I strike, cleave, strike, or do I inflame? That's just going to shuffle more Dazes into my pile. Get them out of here. I only have +1 strength. I kind of want to lift more. And this is where Asshole McGee comes in and just absolutely shreks you. I'm going to have to shuffle some Dazes into my pile. Because that is just way too much damage. I don't get why he has an attack that's that strong. 24 and 11. At least I have the Red Skull now. Flame Barrier Plus. I'm gonna take that, because why wouldn't I? Alright, Transformer card. Let's transform something useless that we have. I don't really have that many useless cards. I guess I can just get rid of the strikes or the defends. No, I need the strikes to buff the other thing. And I'm gonna get a random card. Body Slam. That is not terrible, actually, since we have Barricade. Attempt to sneak past a group of shrouded figures. A naked red-skinned man approaches you. Got any jacks? Jacks is, of course, a drug, and I do not have any. So, pay 85 gold for a random relic. Gambling chip. At the start of each combat, discard any number of cards, then draw that many. That is really good at the start. So I'm going to lift a bit more. It's going to buff Whirlwind a decent amount. And here's the Snecko. Let's guard these. Maybe I can get something good. Metallicize immediately. And Perfected Strike. Okay. So this thing immediately hits you with a debuff, which is Perplexing Gaze, which makes you confused, which makes all of the costs of all your cards randomized between 0 and 3. Sometimes it's helpful. Other times, it is not, in the slightest. So as you can see there, I got a free block. There's a free Thunderclap. Free defend, 1 cost defend, and a Perfected Strike that costs less than a normal strike. This Snecko can sometimes just hoist itself by its own petard. AKA, it uses fucking that move, of course, and it makes Bludgeon cost 0, or some really costly skill. Whirlwind always costs X, so that's good. Eat the Flame Barrier. Go ahead, break yourself upon my body. Nice job. And I'm forgetting to use potions again. Let's throw out this potion, because it just draws you 3. In hindsight, poison is probably worse. Hey look, Bludgeon. 3 cost, still 32 damage. I'm gonna keep this. It does have some good synergies later on. I'm gonna lift once more. Can't lift anymore, that's fine, but now I have +3 strength permanently. Paper Frog. Enemies with Vulnerable take 75% more damage rather than 50%. It's alright. Nothing to write home about. Oh my god, I hate this enemy. You know what, I need to mulligan everything for our Flame Barrier, because that's the only way I'm going to get any decent amount of damage on this thing. It's just a piece of garbage. As you can see, it's going to deal 21 damage. I need Metallicize. Also, this thing is fairly weak against Bronze Scales, because whenever it attacks 3 times. Prepare to take some damage. See, it just took 21 damage there. Beautiful, isn't it? Whirlwind. The reason why this enemy is a pain is because of this. On taking attack damage, gains 6 block. Block gain increased as Malleable is triggered, resets to 3. At the start of the turn. So normally it's 3. it takes damage, it gains 3 block. Then it takes more damage, it takes 4 block. Then it takes 5, etc, etc. Hooray. I missed lethal just then, didn't I? Yeah, I did. I could have just perfected strike. My bad. Oh well, it still died from the thing anyway. And let's throw away the poison potion. You don't need it. Take a block potion. 12 instant block is actually really good. Spot weakness plus. If an enemy intends to attack, gain 4 strength. It's more situational than Inflame, but oh my god, it's fucking my worst nightmare. Okay, let's throw all of this away. So, we got a Whirlwind. We have to take down these bitches as fast as possible, and that is a huge amount of damage. Luckily, this ritual only affects themselves. For some reason. Thunderclap will weaken them, so a bash can kill any of them, so I might as well kill the one with the highest HP. We're gonna take 12 damage, of course. Might need to rest up before the boss fight. And strike. Perfected strike. True Grit, Clothesline, Twin Strike. None of these are really that good. I should probably just skip. I never get when anyone would use True Grit. The only use it has is just to remove a wound, potentially, but usually that's not going to happen. Actually, Twin Strike does 8 and 8, now that I have +3 strength. Oh god, it's the Book of Stabbing. I need block. Lots of block. Painful Stabs. Whenever you take damage from this enemy, add a wound into your discard pile. Discard pile, notably, not your hand, so it doesn't affect you, like, immediately. I'm gonna metallicize, defend. I just kind of wasted the flame barriers. I mulliganed too hard, I guess. Okay, so we need a spot weakness right now. This will protect us from 2 of them, so we're only going to get 1 wound. But it's still nasty. So 1 wound into our discard pile whenever it shuffles next. We are going to take some bad damage. Well, not damage, but yeah, you get the point. 12 and 12, or 29. See, Perfected Strike is becoming less OP now. Oh, I should have used Dual Strike, because I also could have used a normal strike. What am I thinking, man? So that's 45. Could weaken for more damage. Yeah, let's just use Whirlwind. When all else fails, Whirlwind. Also, you can see the black star is blinking, which means that, yes, I'm going to get 2 relics from this fight. And this thing keeps on stabbing. Luckily... Well, let's drink the block potion. Maybe I should have used the strength potion as well, but... 32. There we go. And we get a bag of marbles. We get +5 dodge. No. At the start of each combat, apply 1 vulnerable to all enemies. And I always forget about this. It's pure human nature that you forget about Pen Nib. Every 10th attack you play deals double damage. This has great synergy with Bludgeon. Limit Break is okay, doubles your strength. You know what, that's just like +3 strength minimum, at least. And I'm probably going to have to skip the Elite. I don't want a Bludgeon, I want to try and get a Flame Wall, or whatever it's called. Flame Barrier, yeah, that's it. That's the ticket. And we'll spot weakness, gain +4 strength. This thing is also a piece of garbage. Gains 14 block at the end of its turn, and losing HP from an attack reduces plated armor by 1. It's annoying. Hopefully I can recover enough. There we go, shrug it off, that's nice. Italicize, defend. I'm building a great wall, and I'm gonna make this freaking shelled parasite pay for it. Another flame barrier, that gives me not too much defense, really. I need the other metallicizing effect. Oh, shut up, please. Whatever anyone has to say to me right now, it probably isn't that important. It's Limit Break to double our strength. That is an incredible card. Still not enough damage to kill what's-his-name over here. He's gonna die from attacking me, luckily, though. I really need healing. Oh, take that, Vile Fiend. And, oh, Disarm Plus, thank God, that's a really good card. Gonna have to go to the weak fight. Hey, it's another Snecko. Okay, let us remove Pants. No, let's not remove Pants, that is not a good choice. We'll just get +6 strength. Might as well. That Red Skull's extra strength. Buenos dias, enemies, so... Stop hammering outside, you idiots. Okay, that was definitely too much block. I didn't need that much. Really? 3 for Metallicize? Taking the piss. Okay, that's enough for me to prevent the damage. Hey! That's nice. Of course, Whirlwind would attack 0 times if I used it. Oh, sure, Disarm. That reduces their strength permanently, by the way. There are some enemies that can remove it, I believe, but they're few and far between. Barrier for 0. So something I'm going to be doing here is I'm going to try and get Pen Nib up to 9. So I can unleash hell on the champ. Okay, I guess that's too much. Take a strength potion. Flex. It's not as good as Battle Trance. Draw 3 cards, you cannot draw any additional cards this turn. Carries no inherent downside, though. Proceed. And here's the champ. He's an asshole. Probably just gonna spot weakness Flame Barrier at the start. I could disarm. Let's see what I get from Battle Trance. Okay, we gotta defend. I think I'll just disarm him. Spot weakness. Defend. So this guy has 420 HP. He's a juggernaut, basically. So I'm going to have to try get some juicy damage on him. He does enrage at around like 100 HP or something. I'm going to try and get Barricade up because he's not that dangerous right now. Flame. And Twin Strike. Okay. Yourself. Let's limit Rake to get +12 strength. A force of 1,000 thunderclaps. He's gonna debuff. Face slap, yeah. There's really no reason not to use Flame Barrier. Just stack up the block. Oh, I can't spot weakness, he's not planning on attacking. Which is of course the downside of such a move. Don't know when he's going to go and go fully offensive. And he just metallicized himself, so he's now getting +10 armor. Luckily he doesn't have Barricade like me. Shrug it off. Oh yeah, I can't draw from Shrug it off, of course. But that was a thing. Luckily our Metallicize is of course buffing the Barricade. Oh, why didn't I use like a strength potion? Once again, I have forgotten to take into account Pen Nib, of course. So he's probably going to go Berserk very soon. Still just attacking though. How much damage does Whirlwind deal? Decent chunk. Gonna body slam for 59. Did he just gain debuff on his thing? No, he just changed the attack he was doing, didn't. Okay, he's probably going to go Berserk now. Of course, it's immediately when I draw spot weakness. Flame Barrier. Just 9 block compared to 46 damage I could be dealing. Beat. Impossible. Die. And now he's entered asshole mode. Let's hit him with a flame barrier. Twin strike him down. Did I miss lethal just then? No, I didn't have enough damage. Okay. That's fine. Execute. And as he does, like, the Jitterbug Boogie. 56 damage, it's not enough. Flame barrier. Oh, that was enough damage. Hooray! Okay, so feed is good in the long run. It increases your permanent HP, which does heal you when it does that. But I'm gonna go for Reaper because it's deal 4 damage to all enemies. And it heals for the damage done, not a set amount. Lizard Tail, when you would die, heal for 50. Heal to 50%, or your max HP instead. Works once. Okay in the short term, but not in the long term. Snecko Eye, draw 2 additional cards each turn, but you start confused as if you were fighting Snecko. So, don't choose this unless you have like 5 bludgeons in your deck, which you won't have. And Velvet Choker, gain energy at the start of each turn. You cannot play more than 6 cards per turn. That's not really that much of a downside for this character. The Beyond, and I'm gonna have to fight the fucking giant donut. Great. Right, let's see where we're going to go. Really, there's only like... all the elites are up the top. Also notice there's always a rest site before the boss. So let's see. There's an elite over here, we could take him down. But if there's no real points to recover. You know what, we have Reaper, we should be able to recover fairly well. This fight isn't going to go on for that long, so I might as well throw out these 2. Immediately vulnerable from Bag of Marbles. It's gonna Flame Barrier, Limit Break. It's +3 strength, I might as well. And Mighty Cleave. Possibly should have Battle Tranced into... see if I could get like a bloody... whatchamacallit. So we have plus energy, I need to get used to that. Oh. Disarm you. Thing gets 3 strength at the start of its turn, so you kind of want to kill it quickly. So, Pen Nib is active. What are you doing here? Get out of here. Bloody cat's under my table. Hello, excuse me, could you go away? Yeah, I guess she's just gonna stay here for a while. Weak potion. I'd rather keep an energy potion over it. I'll take a Twin Strike Plus, might as well. I should start taking strength synergy cards now that I have like +3 permanent strength. Don't want Bludgeon yet. Bludgeon I only really want when I have Pen Nib active. Metallicize, Flame Barrier. Limit Break, why not? I mean, it's starting in my hand, so I might as well use it. I believe that is, yeah, a reference to Final Fantasy 7. I don't like Final Fantasy 7. It's rough and coarse and irritating, and it gets everywhere. Deal a crap ton of damage to all of you. I could have killed 2 of them if I had actually not used Inflame, which would have been the smart thing to do. But these things just recover after they die anyway. Yep. If other enemies are still alive, revives in 2 turns at 50% HP. I want to see if I can get Reaper, and draw Reaper before this fight ends so I can recover. I need to draw a lot of cards though. Knowing my luck, I'll draw Reaper right now because only one of them is actually alive. Nope. Not actually happening. Wait a minute. That doesn't help at all because this thing's gonna die because of the freaking spikes. Yes. Cat, could you get out of my legs, please? Oh wait, this thing may die, but it doesn't really matter. Can I get a spot weakness, please? Thank you. What am I thinking? It's not planning to attack. Whatever. I still heal to full anyway, which is why Reaper is really good. And these things are like no threat to me. I would have calculated that better. I probably could have done something where Pen Nib would have been saved. Oh, wait, Pen Nib is active now. Oh, my mistake. Let's just take another Shrug It Off. I have no need for more body slams. Maybe there's something good here. There's this stupid event. Constantly find yourself losing your way as the holes in the ground seem to inexplicably shift before your eyes. The constant whispering voices in the back of your head aren't helping things either. Passing by a structure you're certain you have previously seen, you start to question if you're going insane, or if the impossible geography of this place is starting to get to you. You need to change something, and soon. That's what the voices say anyway. And why would they lie? So you can either receive 2 madnesses, which is add a random card in your hand costs 0 for the rest of combat, and then exhaust it. It's not that bad of a card. Or you can heal and get Writhe, which is just terrible. You can't play it and it starts in your hand instead of a normal card. I'm going to get some madnesses. Hopefully I can just heal that back up with Reaper. New perspective, yes. So we have a ton of gold. Let's remove the strikes. I don't want to keep Reaper still. If we do this, the Limit Break, the Body Slam for 0 damage. I just wasted Pen Nib. I can Madness Reaper, and while I don't want to use it now because I have plenty of health left, I can save it so that when I want to use it, it's free. It's free real estate. Okay. Force of 1,000 thunderclaps. Why do I keep saying that? Fucking Takio. We'll disarm this thing because the other one is protected by artifact. What am I doing? I'm supposed to be using Reaper to heal myself. It doesn't work if I kill them all. Spartan, you're an idiot, you know that? Like, your whole plan was to use Reaper to heal. And you're just like, I'm gonna kill all these enemies. Cat, could you, like, piss off, please? At least I know when I draw Reaper it's going to cost nothing. I might as well just draw as much as possible. Piss off! Jesus. There we go. And this thing does not explode when it's the last enemy killed, which is good, because explode is cheap. Let's use Headbutt so I can kind of manipulate the cards I get. And we finally get a break from combat. Meat! Don't want meat. Warpaint, upon pickup, upgrade 2 random skills. It's not bad. Oh, double tap is ridiculously good. I'm just gonna take it. Take Warpaint. Upgraded Limit Break, which didn't get a good look at what Limit Break does. I believe Limit Break doesn't expire now. It's no longer an exhaust. Yep, it just doubles your strength and returns to the deck. Incredible. You know what, I'll take a Campfire. That is 28 HP I would heal. Could smith something. What does Barricade do? It costs 1 less. I believe Reaper just gets 1 strength. You know what, yeah, I'll upgrade Barricade. It's hard to use when it costs so much. And God, it's 2 Orb Walkers. Okay. Metallicize. Spot Weakness. Headbutt. Add Spot Weakness back to the top of the deck. Madness. Barricade. Can take a fair bit of damage. This adds a burn to the discard pile and the deck, so it's kind of really evil. Spot Weakness. Double tap isn't really that useful here. Yeah, let's get rid of one of them. I don't need Reaper specifically right now. It would be nice, but I don't need it. Metallicize, Flame Barrier, Defend. If I were more lucky, I could have like gotten something to like remove the basic bitch defends from my deck. Smack him down. Pepper, shut up. I'm not here to play with you. No! Go away! Okay, we need to shrug it off. Shut up, Jesus. We're gonna take a reasonable amount of... Actually, no, never mind. I forgot I have so much block. Heal 17 HP isn't bad. I'm an idiot. I should have done it the other way around. Pen nib. Why? Could have healed a lot more. Okay, we get a dream catcher so we can add a card to our deck when we sleep. Can you go away? I'm in the middle of something. Excuse me. Why do you want to be with me now? Jesus. Ugh. And we get a lantern. Gain power on the first turn of each combat. So, yeah, it's okay. Clothesline Plus, it applies 3 weak, which is actually really good against bosses, so I'll take it. Get off of my bed! No, you're not getting on my table. I have too much junk here. Piss off. Right, after dealing with one very annoying cat, let's get back. We light a decorated altar of some ancient effigy. We can duplicate a card in our deck now. What is the card that we use most frequently? Actually, oh, it doesn't matter. We need 2 Reapers. Get a relic. It's a shovel. You can now dig for loot at rest sites, which grants a relic. We could use it right now. We don't really need healing. Dig up a random relic. Oh, this is actually pretty good. At the start of each combat, gain 1 dexterity. Dexterity means you gain 1... Well, you gain X extra block, where X is equal to your dexterity. I don't know why I'm talking as if I'm using Magic the Gathering rulings or something like that. Actually, we're getting attacked quite a bit. Let's throw away Madness. Probably just draw another one anyway, though. Flame Barrier. Break it off. We limit break? That's only +3 strength. Good clothesline, some bitch. You know what? Yeah. Fly weak. That is going to kill this thing. And we get mind blasted by this thing. Block. They are dealing 18 damage, so we need 5 more. Probably kill one of them, actually. Nah, we can't. Might as well disarm the one that's going to stay around for longer. And we're going to take a bit of damage. Only 2 though, it's nothing major. Do not use spot weakness, Spartan. You can count. You can realize when no enemies are actually going to attack you. +4 explosive, meaning they're going to deal a lot of damage when they die. Reaper. Reaper Leviathan. That'll kill all of them, and that'll probably make me take a bunch of damage. There we go, let's do that. Fully healed, hooray. Okay, I need to kill this one last. That means I won't take as much explosive damage. I'm gonna take 3 damage here. Doesn't matter what I add back, because this thing's gonna die immediately. No explosion for me, and I'm back at full health. Power through, 2 wounds for 20 block. 2 damage 5 times. That should be... That's like 5 damage 5 times, that's 25 damage. Now we can fight an elite. Oh my god, not this bitch. No. Fuck this enemy. Don't need flame barrier, it's not going to attack. So, this enemy. Let's see what I get from here first. Madness. Cleave costs nothing. This enemy becomes ethereal, meaning you cannot attack it, and basically, you're fucking dead. I lost my last run to this thing. So powerful. Intangible. Reduce all damage taken and HP loss to 1 for the next 2 turns. This thing is a bloody nightmare. I'm just gonna weaken it in an attempt to take less damage. You can see I'm dealing 1 damages. This thing's not gonna deal any damage, luckily. Still gonna take return damage, but not any of it, really. And here is where the fight truly becomes a slaughterfest, where he increases his damage to 27. Well, not increases his damage, he does 27 damage. Keep in mind that he's dealing 25% less damage because he's weakened. Limit break. Could limit break, thunderclap, metallized. Could use everything here, except for Body Slam, which is not useful. And okay, so he's just come out of his form. Now what? He goes back in. And these Reapers are not helping. Shrug it off. Well, let's Reaper. Actually, that really served no purpose. Because I can add Reaper back to the top, but it's not going to be very useful. I could add. I can add any skill back, so I might as well add Flame Barrier. It does block the most. Yeah, just add a bunch of burns to my discard pile. Oh. I could spot Weakness, Madness, and then use stuff. Yeah, that's probably the best choice. Makes a Flame Barrier cost 0. I can double Flame Barrier, which will prevent a lot of damage. You know what, this fight isn't going to go on for much longer, seeing as I have 14 strength. That prevents all damage, luckily. Oh, I have 4 energy. That's a Strike, Bludgeon. And it didn't play the proper thing animation. Great. 30 gold, Anchor. Start each combat with 10 block. Orichalcum, this is a carrying item. If you end your turn without block, gain 6 block. It does not include Metallicize. Basically, you gain 6 block if you didn't block. And Uppercut Plus, which is much better than Uppercut because it actually lasts 2 turns, so you're going to get a good effect out of it. We have a lot of block. And we can upgrade a skill, or we can dig for a relic. See, what could we upgrade? We could upgrade a Reaper. Actually, we're going to upgrade Double Tap. This turn, the next 2 attacks you upgrade twice. So I could use this, use a 1 strength thing, and I could use a 2 strength thing. I have a lot of items. Oh, this isn't looking good. I could fight for a relic, which I think I will. As soon as you strike the sphere, the sentries spring to life around you. Okay. Do not need these 3. I want to spot weakness, Metallicize. Also, don't accidentally click the wrong enemy with that. I learned that the hard way. Actually, what am I doing? That was that was really easy. I got an old coin, which is worth 300 gold, which I don't need. Let's discard the energy potion. Never used it. That's the thing about me. I don't use potions. Let's headbutt because we get stuff. 1 last relic. Let's hope it's something that can benefit us. And it's something that does not benefit us. It just gives 15 HP extra when resting. That's a lot of relics, though. Final boss time. Donut and dodecahedron. So. No, what do we want? Let's remove Strike, Whirlwind. We're going to need to buff up at the start. So. Drink Strength Potion. Drink Strength Potion. Drink Strength Potion. Inflame. Limit Break. Metallicize. Madness. Body Slam. You want to focus on one of them. I believe it doesn't really matter which one you focus on. Let's focus on the donut then. I don't like donuts. Actually, I do like donuts. They're very tasty. Let's shrug it off first, so we can draw before battle trancing. Reaper deals a lot of damage. Reaper will be my saving grace, probably. Oh. It's 36 damage, or I can do 28 and 31. Yeah, that's like a no-brainer, actually. Let's add Limit Break back to the top of our deck. No draw wears off. And I'm dazed a bit. It's okay. Limit Break. Double Tap. Wow, this is actually... My math is correct. Shinderu. Well, that was really easy. I guess when you have plus 44 damage on all your attacks and you have a bunch of multiple hits, and you have, like, all of the relics, like, more relics than the bloody Ark of the Covenant, then you can just easily win. To thump, to thump, to thump. What's with the screen shake? This is the heart of the spire, the source of this evil. Let's attack! You deal 564 damage. That is really not that much. Is my score that low? Your mightiest attack's not enough? I've been here before. I feel like you've done a total of 1,185 damage. So, basically take how much damage I just did, and subtract it from this, and you know how much damage I did on my first run. It's 621. Yep. Could not have written a more, iconic number. A total of 1,197,370,991 damage has been dealt by all players. And then, you win. Congratulations, you fail. Scores climbed, 51. Enemy slain, 17. Exordium elites killed. Exordium? What? Oh, I guess that's like the first thing. City elites killed, Beyond elites killed, bosses slain. Librarian. Deck size greater than 35 cards. Unlock! I got more cards, hooray! Wild Strike. Garbage! Evolve. Actually, surprisingly not garbage. It's only good with a bunch of cards that shuffle more wounds into your deck, but okay. And this switch is surprisingly not terrible. It's very situational, but you can get it. It's good. Proceed. Slay the Spire! Hooray, I beat the game! I'm surprised that I managed to beat the game on both my first run and the first run I recorded. So, that's odd. I'll see you guys in the next video then. I don't know what it'll be. Probably more Shadow of War. I don't know. Later. Goodbye.